Elon Musk's personality has recently been prominently featured in some of the most sensational and high-profile headlines. Many of you have probably heard that he bought Twitter and instantly sacked all of its management. In turn, he justified his purchase by stating that it is critical for the future of civilization to have a shared digital urban area where you can discuss a wide variety of opinions in a healthy manner without resorting to violence. He also added that there's presently a real danger that social networks may actually, cause this kind of far-right and far-left echo chamber situation, breeding even more hatred and dividing our society. Now, his words here do seem like those of a very smart person. However, the first thing he actually did after adding the bio chief twit to his Twitter was to remove his ex's profile because, the boy adds an ex-lover to his blacklist, the man purchases a social network and deactivates her account. But all jokes aside, this action doesn't really seem to be something of a healthy manner of behaving, right? The purchase has already been done in some way, right, despite the lengthy process. Since April of 2022, when Musk revealed the purchase of 9.2% stake in the firm, now the public is only left to wait for what will happen next with Twitter and what else Elon Musk has under his sleeve. But first, let's find out what Elon Musk is strong at and what weaknesses he actually has as a project manager. And then we're going to try and anticipate what it would be like if he was the CEO of a blockchain company. To begin with, let's analyze how the career of one of the most largest inventors of our time developed. It all began with a 12-year-old Musk. He pushed himself by dropping out of college in Africa and actually relocating to Canada. And in 1995, he co-founded the firm Zip2 with his younger brother. And this firm created internet guidebooks. And already in 1999, he received $22 million for his share. Then Musk was at the age of 28. A few years later, Musk launches his most ambitious project, SpaceX, which is a success and is still actively developing. In 2004, he became a major supporter of Tesla, an electric car manufacturer. And in 2006, he became the company's chairman. Fast forward to 2008, he actually became the CEO, and once again, owing only to Musk's activities, the firm avoided bankruptcy in 2008, when the globe was in financial turmoil, to put it plainly. After all, Musk not only put his own money into the startup, but also borrowed around $40 million to put into it too. And then Musk proceeded to put his plans into action, including developing a Hyperloop capsule, which involved digging tunnels beneath cities in the United States, and he actually launched the Boring Company for that purpose. He also established another company, Neuralink, which would continue to develop neurotechnologies up until today. And all of Musk's activities not only increased his popularity and provided him with a new audience who began to follow him, but it also allowed him to become richer than Mark Zuckerberg himself. Despite Elon Musk's apparent success, his biography is not without screw-ups. They, in turn, had an impact on his business, his reputation, and also investor confidence. We're going to actually take a look at some of them now. One of the most obvious examples was Tesla's $2.6 billion acquisition of SolarCity in 2016. In 2022, the firm filed a $13 billion lawsuit against him, alleging that he pressured the board of directors to buy out SolarCity. Musk's second biggest mistake was tweeting that he wants to take Tesla private, and he was willing to buy shares from minority owners at $420 a share. I mean, why not, right? But what a surprise, Musk was actually sued by the US Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC for short.
So I was forced to concede to the SEC unlawfully. Those bastards.
The regulator accused the entrepreneur of giving false information and committing fraud. Not only did Musk suffer in this scenario because he was sentenced to pay a fine of up to $20 million, but the firm also had to pay the same amount. Despite all of these mistakes and reputational losses, Elon Musk remains one of the most powerful and prominent people on the planet, with clout that even rocks the cryptocurrency market. After all, with just one post, he might both increase and decrease shares in the cryptocurrency market by a whole range of figures. And this is because the cryptocurrency market is decentralized and is solely dependent on how users behave. The larger the demand, the higher the price of, say, Bitcoin, and vice versa. Finally, we can say that, although not directly, but indirectly, Elon Musk impacts the status of cryptocurrency exchanges in general, despite the fact that he's not actually affiliated with any blockchain company. Some even believe that he purposefully manipulates the cryptocurrency market to benefit himself and enhance the value of his company's shares. One example is when he actually announced that Tesla Tesla will no longer accept cryptocurrency payments for automobile purchases. And according to Elon himself, this is due to Bitcoin's unenvironmental character, as mining requires a significant amount of energy. And at that point, the crowd inquired, well, didn't Tesla realize how much energy was spent on it while negotiating to accept crypto payments? Why did Musk suddenly become concerned about the environment? Why hadn't he actually considered that before? You know, consumers here acknowledge that this was some kind of masking strategy to retreat while not losing face. Because, you know, it's quite convenient to use the excuse of environmental protection here, right? Some even started comparing him to a flip-flopper. And all because, according to many, his claims to be an altruist, they don't really match reality. The issue is that in his utterances, Musk aggressively promotes currencies like Dogecoin and Floku Inu, which, according to most, are not really sustainable, given that the coins are actually regarded as memes. For example, when he said that Dogecoin is the currency of the people, the value of Doge soared more than 30 times. And many argue that it would be better for the cryptocurrency market if Elon pushed more long-term, creative, decentralized finance initiatives or blockchain concepts. But for the time being, he's just harming the crypto industry, or maybe he's just doing it to expand his own income, right? But apparently, the muzzle of the dog awakens in some old memories. Despite the fact that Elon's heart obviously belongs to Dogecoin, he's contributed to the worldwide recognition and attractiveness of the cryptocurrency sector as a whole, quite substantially so. All of his tweets to a 70 million strong following that includes entrepreneurs, investors, and other powerful individuals constantly cause a commotion. They don't only incite interest in this business as a result of him, but they also submit to some of his influence. They listen to his viewpoint, right, and watch how Elon reacts to specific news in order to eventually make some kind of future decisions in this area. If you notice that the cryptocurrency market has calmed down, well, it's because Elon Musk has probably lost his Twitter password momentarily. But what if he suddenly came up with another brilliant concept that was immediately reflected in the crypto market? Would he have excelled once more, or would he have failed like the FTX's CEO Sam Bankman-Fried did? And to clarify that situation for those that don't know, FTX actually collapsed by 90% in one evening due to Sam Bankman's activity. Users of that platform actually lost a lot of money, which unfortunately they probably won't be able to get back anytime soon. Another example of crypto chaos this year is the Terra crisis, the Luna crisis, right? And after all, the altcoin was only preserved by staking. And when this staking vacuum burst, the altcoin itself dropped by more than 50% in less than a week. Simply put, the corporation opted to invest in the purchase of Bitcoin and other currencies as collateral rather than actually the growth of the ecosystem itself. All of this resulted in the leading Titan, which previously held the honor of being the top 10 biggest cryptocurrencies by capitalization, failing to even make the top 30. The recent market downturn here has revealed the industry's serious transparency difficulties with tokens on balance sheets of counterparty companies. The lack of regulatory certainty in the United States contributed to this massively, leading numerous corporations to operate offshore. And as for Elon Musk, we already understand that he's a startup genius who comes up with the most resonant ideas that he actively implements. He understands which products are likely to succeed and where he should invest his money in order to maximize his profits. And he also understands how to do this well, as proven by his comments regarding FTX's collapse. After all, while everyone is talking about how this is merely the beginning of the crypto market's implosion and that the failure of other firms will definitely follow like some kind of domino effect, he actually claims that the FTX catastrophe was only helpful. These are his words. "I think it's likely that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge have a future. I can't comment on the rest, but if you keep one of these three in your wallet and not on the exchange, then I believe that it has its advantages." Elon, of course, must mention his beloved dog. We can only imagine what ideas and breakthroughs Elon Musk could actually bring to the world of blockchain and tokens should he become one day a blockchain CEO. But we can actually state with up to 90% certainty these projects, like the previous ones, will be lucrative. Indeed, despite the fact that Elon by nature makes fast pronouncements that might be incorrect, he still has the vein that allows him to stay afloat and practically try out of the water. And now the audience's attention is focused on Twitter, which has evolved into Musk's new project. After all, it may become the platform that actively uses cryptocurrency technologies and ultimately becomes a leader in that sense. So I'd like to end the video with a quote from Elon himself, because in my opinion, it speaks of him as someone who's not scared to embark on new and very successful projects. Here are those words. "We can either watch something interesting happen around us or be part of this process." So I suppose as a final word, I believe that Elon would make a fantastic blockchain CEO, and I think it's only a matter of time. But what do you think? Let us know in the comments. Anyway, my name is Bradley, this is Blockhouse, and we will see you next week.